Hi guys, so as you can see, it's night time. I'm using this like little lamp thing so that it's not super dark, because without it, it's really dark. I have no makeup on. Usually for sit down videos I put makeup on. And yeah, I'm just like in my bed chilling, and it's like 6:30 and in England it's winter, so it's real dark outside. But this is a video that I've been wanting to do for ages, and I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to in the next couple of days, and I'm just really in the mood to film it, like now. So I thought I would film it now. The first entry was Sunday, the 1st of January 2017 at 12:10 AM, so 10 minutes into the new year. I actually remember sitting up and I was sat here and I was watching the fireworks. I'll give a really quick backstory on 2016, because one of the reasons I kept this diary was because I really wanted to change mentally in 2017, because I knew I was in a really shitty place in 2016. I'd been through a really bad breakup. That was when my anxiety blew up. That was when my eating disorder was really bad. It was the worst that it was so far. And yeah, it was just a really tough year for me mentally, like mental illness wise. I had a lot of depressive episodes. I don't have depression, but I speak briefly about how I'm very sensitive when it comes to like my mental illness, obviously, more so than the average person. So if I do go through like something bad, it will put me in like a depressive episode, and I struggled with that a lot through 2016, and it was just not a very good year. So I can't actually find the bit where I say it in this diary, but I remember so vividly saying somewhere at the beginning of this year in this diary that I wanted to work on myself, but I knew that the only thing that I couldn't work on was my eating. Like, I was so ready to make a change with everything else in my life, but I just was not ready to start eating again, because I couldn't, because like I had an eating disorder. I didn't think that I could just click my fingers and it would be better. This is the entry on the 1st of January 2017. 2016 was a very eventful year for me. Everything with my breakup, improving my singing, dealing with depressive episodes, eating struggles, and my anxiety. At this point I didn't call it an eating disorder because I hadn't been diagnosed and I didn't feel like I was ill enough. I've got a lot I want to work on and achieve this year, but like I've learned in the last few weeks, I can't set expectations and push myself. I'm trying to see where my actual eating bit starts. I won't think about what I want to do. I feel like it's taken ages for me to actually get into the entry. Right. I don't want to read this whole entry because it's really long, and I don't want to read the bits that aren't really got anything to do with my eating. I'm going to watch some YouTube and read everything to calm down. I'm hungry but can't really eat, as I am down to just, and then this is the weight. I'm not going to say the exact weight, but it's 2 stone / 2.5 stone, because obviously my weight just naturally fluctuates, lighter than I am now. Eating more than my usual at the moment, which is a small breakfast / lunch, tea, and some Christmas chocolate, so some chocolate that I got from Christmas. So I was eating 3 times a day. A small breakfast / lunch, not both, like just one, and then I'd have tea, and then I'd have a little bit of chocolate. Eating that is difficult. I know from here that it'd be very easy to lose more weight, and I don't know if I'd rather lose or eat. This was at the point where I'd realised that my eating disorder was starting to really get out of control, and it was a proper eating disorder, and I was half scared but half like, if I've come this far I might as well lose more weight. And this is Tuesday the 3rd of January. Today was a little stressful but also successful. I cleaned the rest of my wardrobe and finished cleaning out my room. I didn't eat a lot until tea, which was pasta and a chocolate bar. I'm around, and then I say the weight again, which is a little confusing because even when I was eating a little more, it didn't seem that much compared to now. Although I've just realised that I really don't eat enough. Sure, I want to lose weight, but the fact that it's bad for my body scares me. Once I sat in bed after finishing my things to do for today, my heart was beating fast, maybe from not eating enough, but I've also been feeling pretty anxious. So I used to get, I'm pretty sure everyone gets it, and I sometimes struggle with it because I do have low blood sugar a lot of the time, like I wake up with low blood sugar or whatever, just because I do have such a fast metabolism, and I'm very hyperactive if you haven't noticed. My heart, I'd get like heart palpitations, and I would especially get that when I wasn't eating. I'm not worrying about anything in particular, but I think that going back to college is going to be a little hard now that I've settled down and changed over the holidays. I've adapted to home and work and that's it. But I know it'll be fine. I wonder if the eating disorder team that my CAMS worker is trying to refer me to will be more health related and tell me to put on weight. All of this help that I'd had in the past had been, up until this point, mental rather than physical, so I was scared that going to the eating disorder team, they were just going to turn around and say put on weight, and they weren't going to help me with the mental side of it, which, like, I forgot how bad my anxiety was too. Like, my anxiety was awful here, and then I literally put here, but I know it'll be fine, even though I was worrying. I'm sure it won't be too bad either way, just nearly felt too triggered by online eating disorder posts. It sucks. I want to beat this, but I want to stay at this weight or lose more weight. There's never a point in an eating disorder, in someone with an eating disorder's life, where they're 100% for losing weight and they're really excited and they're not thinking about the consequences, or they don't feel sad, they don't feel anxious, they don't feel depressed. I'm so confused, but I like to think that I will be alright eventually. And then I say how I just bought a laptop and I'm going to collect it on Wednesday, which I'm really looking forward to. Thought I was going to have some chocolate after this, I guess after writing this entry, but once again, last minute, I just can't. It makes me so angry. So this really was the part where my eating disorder had started to take over. I'd got this piercing that day, so I say how it wasn't very painful, blah, blah, blah. I'm really happy at the moment. I'm going to try and record a cover talking about my music. And I love watching Disney films. That was like a comfort thing for me when I was going through a shitty time. I watched a lot of Disney films, just like for comfort. Life goes through phases and routine changes, and I'm happy with how it is now. My CAMS worker said to mention to my manager if she can split my shifts. This was because I was losing weight. She recommended that I don't work as many hours. And I remember when I got told this, and when the hospital as well told me not to go to college, I was like, why? Like, I'm not that ill. But I'm worried that my manager will see me as lazy. I also think that I will tell my college music tutor that the eating disorder team appointment might be hard and I won't be able to come back to college for the rest of that day, depending how it goes. There are both things that I now feel anxious about just by thinking about them. My English in here is awful. Like, I'm usually really good at English, but I can tell that I wasn't me here. Like, your brain doesn't work if you don't feed it, and I can tell that my brain was not working when I was writing this. But I won't worry about them until the time comes, because what's the point? So I remember writing stuff like that, like, oh, I won't worry about it. But I was worrying about it. I was just pretending that I wasn't. Mum once said to me, if I don't know something for sure, why worry? That's probably the best advice I'd ever got in my life. My mum once said to me, if you don't know facts, don't worry about something. I went to my sister's parents meeting today. Oh my god, I remember that. I just remember sitting there thinking, like, what am I gonna have for tea? And like just looking at like my legs and how my clothes didn't fit, and like how I felt too fat and stuff like that, even though I was tiny. Still feeling a bit low, but hopefully when I get back into college my routine will be less stressful. I'm just stressing about all the appointments and stuff I have coming up, and I don't have the energy for anything else like my work or college because of my eating. I can guarantee that if I was eating normally here, my anxiety would not have been half as bad as it was. I'm now on the 9th of January. I left college after first lesson today. I just didn't feel good. I know I'm struggling at the moment and I have a right to be easy on myself, but I do still feel a bit guilty, like I should have stuck with it. I haven't eaten yet and don't want to. I'll have tea, but I don't like that I have a big pudding anymore. What does that mean? Oh, okay, see, I have a big sweet tooth and I used to love dessert, like I would never miss dessert. But I think I was saying here that I just wasn't even comfortable to have pudding. Like, not wanting to have pudding was a big thing for me. Although pudding is where most of my calories come from, so I don't want to get ill/binge. And then I just go on and say I'll learn a new song on piano and then have a lazy afternoon. Like, how do I go from talking about something so sad and then just like something so casual? Like, okay, this was a really tough day for me. This was, how ironic, this was Friday the 13th. What a time for my CAMS worker to be ill. I'm now, and then it says my weight, which is like nearly 3 stone lighter. I was 4 pounds away from my lowest weight I've ever been here, and my BMI was, and then it's like, oh my god, I calculated my BMI and it is 7 numbers higher than it is here. It is 7 numbers lower in this entry, and this was only 18 months ago. I was cooking pasta, but I dropped it in the dishwater, so I left it, went upstairs at 6 and laid in the pitch black and went to sleep. Yeah, I remember that. I was really picky about my food, like, and I remember I convinced myself to have some tea, because like I said again, this kind of just proves, I hope that if some people are watching this and they don't know a lot about eating disorders, you will probably think, and I think a lot of people do, that people with eating disorders decide not to eat and that's it. But it is not like that at all. Like, it happens so gradually and eventually it takes over. Yeah, you want to lose weight, but you don't want to be stuck in this place where you can't enjoy anything and like suddenly like nothing in life is excitable and it's just awful. You just get like sucked into this horrible black hole. It's like you can't have the control of saying I'm gonna eat less and I'm gonna like, you know, do more exercise and I'm gonna purge and I'm gonna do all this stupid stuff to lose weight, but I'm still gonna be happy and I'm gonna be in control. Like, you're never in control. I haven't even decided not to eat. It's taken control this time. I don't even feel like it's my choice not to eat anymore. It's taken control this time and that really scares me. As much as I want to lose weight, I don't want to ruin food for me or ruin my body. I feel so bad for my body. I'm still said weight, but hopefully Cams will call me tomorrow. I just want to feel like I can let myself eat more. I just can't. I imagine I'll feel better once my Cams counsellor hears what's happening, but that probably won't be the case. I feel like I just need to tell someone. And then I say how I made myself sick 2 times that day, and that wasn't ever a behaviour that I did very often, so for me to do it twice that day, I remember the week before I was getting really bad, I was doing it a lot, and like that was really the eating disorder taking over. There's so many behaviours in here that for 3 or 4 years I didn't participate in because Emily didn't want to do them. I did this today while baking as I didn't feel great for eating the cake mixture. I've got to a weight I never thought I could, yet I feel almost the same because it wasn't my choice to lose the weight. I guess that's the part of me talking that just wanted to be healthy again. I don't have to start college all day tomorrow. If things get hard, I can leave and get Cams to call them and explain. I still feel like I'm skiving though, and I don't want my band to think bad of me. My music band, because I did music at college. But it's not worth worrying about. 2017 has been hard so far, but I'll try not to get too low and shut myself off from everyone and everything. I feel like I just like lost my way, like I couldn't really make a change even though I wanted to. How is it already the 20th? I'm glad I pushed myself to go to the open mic on Tuesday. I'm really struggling now and I know I have a full-blown eating disorder. I kind of wish I'd gone to college more on Monday because since then I've had no energy. I'm so bored and unexcited about life because I don't have food to look forward to. I'm just constantly waiting for the time to pass. I should be resting and relaxing, but I can't. I need distractions. The eating disorder team, who have brought my assessment forward to next Monday, also suggested I leave college for the moment. I don't want to miss work, so I'll have a slice of bread tomorrow morning and take it easy. A bloody slice of bread, you silly person. I did briefly read through this just to see which bits I could read out a couple hours ago before I filmed this, and I was crying then when I read that bit out. I think the only reason I'm not crying in this video is because I know what's, like, roughly what is in here. I was just a different person. Like, there is such a different mindset between not having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder. Like, it ruins you and it takes over. And I feel like it is a case of you never really know how bad it is until you have one. Hopefully it makes it more obvious to those who might not understand a lot about it, or who feel exactly how I felt here in this diary now, and they're hoping to recover. Like, now that I can eat what I want, like, I think I'm gonna order a Domino's takeaway tonight. Like, I've just gone straight back to how I used to eat, and actually even better. Like, I've gone straight back to how I used to eat, and it's as if I never had an eating disorder. Like, obviously you never go back exactly how you used to be, because I'm aware every day that I had an eating disorder. It's just something I'm aware of. It's just a part of who I was and who I am. Like, I want to be able to show people how easy it is to recover once you get into that mindset of realising you can recover. So I've been filming for a while. I think I'm going to make this video into 2 videos. So thank you so much for watching this so far. Sorry about the like awful setup, but like I said, I just really wanted to film this tonight. Hopefully so far this video has helped you. If you have liked it, like and subscribe. We're nearly at 3,000 subscribers actually, I think. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, which will probably be part 2. Unless I decide to put another video in between, I don't know yet. But either way, see you in my next video. Bye!